It
right
is,
now.
and people look at South America as the future too.
I think,
Economically, like I've heard people, some economists say that the leading continent for the 21st century is going to be South America.
And exactly,
economically,
the potential is so vast. Why are the people so poor when they have, literally a whole continent and a half?
And so many resources.
Of incredible resources. It's the way that it's been organized and the way that it's been exploited by capitalism. And I would agree with that economist.
Yes.
With the condition that Latin America be united in a socialist federation to harmoniously use all those resources, bring them together in the interests of the majority of that country. Doesn't matter whether you're from Argentina, whether you're from Bolivia, whether you're from Honduras, whether you're from Mexico, and ultimately whether you're from the United States or Canada. I mean, the whole of the Americas ultimately have to be brought together in a socialist federation that unites all those resources and puts them to use. I mean, it's a very basic concept. Every corporation, every monopoly tries to have as good an organization of the resources that they control within the limits of their own company in order to be as efficient as they can within their own company. Of course, they're in competition with other companies, which leads to a ton of inefficiency, a lot of waste, because they're repeating the same kind of thing. Why can't we unite all of those resources and put them to use in our interests?
Okay, good. What I'd like us to talk about is let's go just to South America for a minute.
Okay.
And how, like, Hugo Chavez is working to unite all of South America together in an economic union and a social union to do exactly what you've just been saying.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been paying, I know he's been paying off a lot of the debts to the foreign debt of Brazil. Mm-hmm. And he's been helping a lot in Argentina. Mm-hmm. So he's been helping all these other South American countries work to be independent from the multinationals and trying to unify all of South America. And can you tell a little bit about how he's had these meetings and what has happened with that?
Well, the revolution in Venezuela is commonly called the Bolivarian Revolution.
Oh, yes.
Named after Simón Bolívar. Simón Bolívar, who is known as the liberator of South America, who liberated in a revolutionary war, kind of like the United States fought a war, what became the United States fought a war against England.
Yes.
The colonies fought against England. Simón Bolívar helped lead a revolutionary war against Spanish domination. And got independence for South America. And his dream was to unite all of South America. And actually there was at one time what they called Gran Colombia, the Great Colombia, which was one country, which was Venezuela and Colombia and Peru and Bolivia and Ecuador. All those countries were one huge country.
My.
They were all split up, of course, by the local oligarchies, by the local, imperialism would play one person against the other, and then they would split up. Even though it's really geographically, it's very, very similar country. So this idea of uniting Latin America. Is not something new.
No.
But now Hugo Chavez is trying to revive this, especially with something called ALBA, which is called the Bolivarian Alternative for the Americas, which is an economic...
What does ALBA stand for?
ALBA...
It's ALBA?
ALBA. It stands for Bolivarian Alternative for the Americas. Yep. Alternativa, Bolivariana de las Américas. In its Spanish acronym. And what the idea is that you're going to use, for example, Venezuela has a lot of oil resources, and countries like Bolivia could use some more oil, but they have other resources that Venezuela could have. Or Cuba, for example, needs oil. They've got a little bit, but they can't use it very much. But they've got a lot of doctors, for example, or other countries that have resources. So why don't we? You've got oil, we've got trees, or whatever it is. Why don't we exchange and work something? So it's the beginnings of what we're talking about, this kind of genuine unity of these countries.
Is it similar to the European Union of the European?
In some ways,
Euro and
Well, they've actually talked about having like a single currency in Latin America. But the thing about the Eurozone, of course, is that these are all capitalist countries.
Yes.
And this is a capitalist sort of formation.
So South America is thinking of doing this in a socialistic way?
Well, there's the very beginnings of leaning towards, moving towards that. So it's very tentative as of yet. But it shows the potential for this, as opposed to, for example, the free trade agreement of the Americas, which is sort of the imperialist version of this, where you have NAFTA for the whole of the Americas, and where there's no restrictions, labor rights, environmental rights, everything is just completely thrown out the window in the interests of private profits. So ALBA is the beginnings of something different.
Yeah, and so Hugo Chavez, he's organized several of these meetings where all the leaders from South America come together to discuss this economic and social unity of South America.
This idea of the integration of these countries.
But and as I understand it, though, wasn't there something that happened recently where they all signed on?
They've signed on to some general declarations. But the problem with real economic integration of Latin America is that when you have a country like Colombia, that is, or even Peru, or other countries, Argentina and so on, where we've got governments that are anti-Chavez, that are being sort of pushed by the United States to fight against this. How can who have signed even free trade agreements directly with the United States in the case of Peru, and they want to do it with Colombia. You can't have a half capitalist formation and a half socialist formation. And Venezuela to this day remains a capitalist country. I mean, the state power is still largely based on the old model. The economy is still largely in private hands.
Right.
The old political parties still hold a lot of sway, although this PSUV that I mentioned is beginning to, is hopefully going to make some real important changes and will really be a political vehicle for the people. But even Venezuela is still largely, it's a capitalist state. So the ALBA is the beginnings of showing just, again, this potential of sharing resources, of sharing knowledge, for the good of everybody. But it's a very positive step in the right direction.